I will rate One Piece characters' attack potency. Introduced Blue Arc Sanji, and was a tough opponent for Luffy at the time. Could match and fight roughly on par with Luffy in combat. His current status should put him at least at the same level as Toughness post-time skip. Incapacitated Baby 5 with a single strike, albeit it was after Baby 5 tanked an attack from Frankie. She was capable of harming Monet with a normal attack, albeit through heat, which bypasses Monet's ability to turn into snow. Casually destroyed several pacifistas and toyed with Sentimaru. She defeated numerous marine officials and notable pirates during the war, and did not show any signs of fighting seriously. Her attacks ignore durability to an extent via petrification. Launches a punch that cracks Thriller bark, splitting the entire island ship. Strong enough to damage Frankie, though the latter was already injured from an earlier engagement. Muggy Bomb does heavy damage to Minotaurus, who tanked a Gear 2 attack from Luffy. Fought and damaged Prometheus and Zeus while fighting Big Mom. He can also bypass conventional durability to a limited extent with his freezing capacity, and he can manipulate his opponent's souls with his music. Opponents that are being possessed by a spirit would be most affected by this. Held his own against 3 of the Dong Quixote family executives by himself for an extended period before defeating one of them later on. Easily overwhelmed Baby 5 and Buffalo with his shogun and could dispatch them with minimal effort. Able to fight evenly against Brook with just his torso. Assisted Luffy in several battles, and was capable of harming the Minotaur, which in turn could withstand strikes from Gear 2nd Luffy. Briefly contended with Monet's snowstorms, and even managed to wound her in the process. Should be considerably stronger than most Marines of lower ranks. Incapacitated Buffalo. Should be at least equal to Nami. Instantly defeated several fighters in the Colosseum at once, one-shot Dellinger, and was feared by Gladius. Able to trade blows with a casual Zoro. Threatened to wipe out the Royal Plateau with a single punch. Reshaped the landscape to create Flower Hill. Traded blows with Wano Arc Zoro and managed to pierce completely through his shoulder with a 2-armed swing with his sickle. Can casually cut down the Sea Kings within the comp belt, which vary in size greatly. He should be at least comparable to Virgo and Smoker. He could contend with the Whitebeard pirates and their alliance. Withstood several attacks from Virgo, who had proven to be stronger than Smoker in physical power. Kept up with Trafalgar Law, being able to casually stop his sword blows. Harmed Zoro with one of his attacks. Defeated Snack, who was of the Sweet Commanders of Big Mom. Should be at least stronger than Gear 3rd Luffy, since he could one-shot a number, for which Luffy had to go Gear 4th to fight. Damaged Sanji with a tail swing. He dealt serious damage to Virgo with his counter shock, and ultimately overpowered his Haki with his Devil Fruit ability during their final clash, implying Law's supremacy over him. His Devil Fruit bypasses durability. One-shot Elizabello too. Though his attacks ignore durability to an extent by sending shockwaves to affect the water within a person's body, pushed a weakened and starving Big Mom off of the Sunny with one of his attacks. Casually deflected a sword strike from Diamante, held her own against Trebol and blocked one of his attacks. His fighting music put a deep cut into Zoro and momentarily incapacitated base Luffy during the siege of Onigashima. He was able to leave a mark on Luffy from a blunt force attack, even with the latter's blunt force resistance. Being evidently superior to Yonji, her attacks can also ignore durability due to her use of poison. Fought alongside the Vice Admirals against the Whitebeard Pirate Alliance, and should scale at least equal to most of the other Vice Admirals. Fought as a peer alongside Fujitora and should likely not be much weaker than him. She can negate her opponent's durability due to the nature of her Devil Fruit. Could contend with high tiers such as Doflamingo, and Admiral Akainu off-panel for extended periods, however he is never shown harming them. He ignores conventional durability to an extent by dehydration. Capable of battling against Fujitora, though the latter was using the fight as an excuse not to go after Luffy, thus he was likely holding back. His Diable Jump can ignore durability to an extent by burning his opponents from the inside. When serious, Zoro was capable of slicing through Scratchman of Pooh's Tonfa, which could take many blows from Hybrid Transformation X-Drake and grievously wound him. Damaged Charlotte Oven from a distance. Defeated Law twice. Easily defeated Sanji, one-shot smoker, could injure base Luffy and easily bested his gear second. The likes of Zoro and Fujitora combined were incapable of stopping Doflamingo's birdcage threads. With Awakening, despite being physically inferior to Gear 4th Luffy, Doflamingo was capable of pressuring him and held Luffy at bay for over 20 minutes. Hailed as being the strongest of the three Sweet Commanders, and could contend with and gradually deal damage to bound man Luffy over 25 minutes of constant fighting. With Gear 4th, injured human and dragon form Kaido and managed to knock him around with his Kong Gatling, higher with strongest attacks. Ignores conventional durability to an extent with red attacks and Ryuo. He can destroys the entire Skypiea with his strongest attack, but he never used that. Stronger than Trafalgar Laws, he was capable of casually overpowering him with his gravity powers. Performed a feat of this level very casually. His meteor can easily destroys island. He's the strongest swordsman in the world in both name and actuality, and he's currently waiting for a worthy foe who surpasses his old rival Shanks. Has greater mastery over Whitebeard's Devil Fruit than he did pre-time skip, can negate durability with internal vibrations. Contended against the three admirals in a one-on-one fight. After the time skip, he can hold his own against Big Mom. Him with one hand. Fought, matched, and was stated to be equal to Whitebeard. As an emperor he should be comparable to Kaido. Neutralized a punch from Akainu, and his duels with his rival Mihawk in the past were also said by Whitebeard himself to have shaken the Grand Line. While in the Wano country, Big Mom was able to clash evenly with her old crewmate Kaido. She also casually defeated Queen, one of the Calamite of Kaido, with 2 attacks while in her crazed hunger state, though she ignores durability with her ability to steal the lifespan of others. Fought and matched Big Mom. Comparable to the other Yonko, such as Shanks. Was stated to be one of the few people who can stop Blackbeard. Traded blows with Whitebeard in his prime. Kept fighting with Goldie Roger's crew for 3 days. Made a big scar on Kaido's chest and was about to kill him. He was compared to other members of the Rocks Pirates by Whitebeard. Held Kizaru off, and battled him to a near stalemate. Cut the side of Kizaru's face with a glancing strike using his blade, can negate durability with Goken. Matched Akainu, his equal, for 10 days. His attacks can bypass durability to an extent via freezing his opponents to make them brittle and causing frostbite. Fought against Marco, and should be comparable to his peers, Akainu and Aokiji, though his beams allow him to bypass durability to an extent via heat, capable of harming Whitebeard with his beams. Was feared by Blackbeard, even after having gained Whitebeard's powers. Defeated Aokiji after a duel that lasted 10 days, though his magma can bypass durability to an extent as it can vaporize flesh and bone upon contact. Burned a hole into Whitebeard's chest and later vaporized part of his head upon touching it. In his prime, should be comparable if not stronger to the admirals ranked below him at the time. Frequently fought with Goldie Roger and cornered him on several occasions. Many decades ago he along with Roger defeated Rocksteady Zebuk, who was the captain of Ling Ling, Kaido, Whitebeard, Shiki, and other big-shot pirates. He is stated to have destroyed mountains by himself, using them as punching bags. Although in weakened state, he could fight against and harm Akainu, can negate durability with internal vibrations. On par with Whitebeard in his prime.